what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, and 18xx. Today is the latest from designer Matt Gertz, that is Transatlantic. So published by PD Verlag, as well as going to be, I think, Rio Grande Games. It's day 23 of the 24 days of holiday streaming. Santa says there's one more day. Looking forward to that. So I'm your host, Edward Euler, joined by, well, you know these cats.
Amanda.
Sweater Mike.
Banker Dave.
All right, so if you guys notice down at the bottom at the description, you'll notice that it doesn't say that we're going to be teaching the game today. That is sort of true. And I say sort of true because of the fact that we're not going to have a dedicated teach on the front end. We're just going to play the game. But if you're watching this channel, you're going to be able to grok the game and be able to literally watch our playthrough. Then on your table at home, go and play the game. It should be that simple. And apparently, we just got a new patron.
His name is Lucas. Thank you, Lucas.
Hey, thanks, Lucas. Welcome to the herd. All right, awesome. Good way to start.
That is a good way.
The penultimate day before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun today. All of ours, this is technically our second or third-ish game of this. I say that because we all played it about 35 minutes ago. Ish. Most of it, anyways. So we worked our way through it. We got all the kinks worked out. And I'll be honest, props to John over on John Gets Games. Really good video. If you want to see a solo play of a 3-player game or a 4-player game live here with us. So either or. But he did a really, really good job with that. So I wanted to give him a shout out on that. Y'all ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Y'all
Now that
ready
we have
to
the
go?
kinks worked out.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Seriously. All right, cool. All right, let's do this. Nice thing. Hey, look at that. We don't have to change cameras today. I welcome that. All right, cool. So everybody starts with 150 pounds British sterling, or probably going to use dollars, bucks, whatever.
Yeah.
So 150 money to begin with. So we start out with, choose one, y'all. Go ahead. All right. So now everyone is going, so it is the oldest, so it's going to be 1865 is me with Ariel. So I'm going to take a captain. I'm going to place it on the far right of the 3 outside or 4 outside areas. So that's me. Then we go clockwise in order. So Dave is going to place his here in Boston.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Mike is going to place his in Philly.
All right, Leander.
And Squirrel.
Cuddy Sark in
All right.
Baltimore, please.
Well done, Cutty Sark.
See, is it me or Cuddy Sark? Just I think of liquor with Cuddy
Oh,
Sark, right?
Very famous ship. Very famous.
Really,
Ship.
that's
Set speed records.
right.
But it's an old Irish. Aphorism referring to basically what was a halter top in the Middle Ages.
Really?
So it was like a dress.
All right. So I'm gonna be the start
I'm catching
player.
up with you. That was better than.
So I'm the first player. This doesn't matter at this point forward. All this matters is we all get the same number of turns. So we just remembered that Edward started. Cool, great. We're gonna move that out of the way. All right. So now, in turn order, we get to buy one of the ships from the ship display. So the cost is going to be the red number plus any number in addition to what's below it. As I said, we all start with 150 bucks. And because it's a 4-player game, we start with no ships out here in the dock. So
Where if it was a 3-player game,
you would have 9 of them out
Right.
there. But it's not. Ergo, I don't really have a good reason. Actually, I do. So also, there is one thing, if you are familiar with the game, we are playing with the President variant. And the reason we're playing with a variant, even though it's the first time we're playing a game on camera, is because of the fact that when I interviewed Matt Gertz at Essen, he told us that quote-unquote variant is actually the way the game was designed. He took that out so it could be an easier kind of a softer game a bit. So therefore, okay, it's heavy cardboard. We're going to play it with. So the difference with that is contracts, and those will be made. You'll understand that here shortly. So with that said, I'm actually, and I could get 40 for, or just pay 40 for this one, whereas this one will be 80.
60 pounds
Marcus,
plus the 20
yes, it is
premium.
paper
Yep.
money.
Yep, you betcha. It's paper money. We're playing with what's in the game today. So I'm going to purchase the Atlantic to start. There. So that's going to be 80 plus 20, or 60 plus 20 for 80. So it's going to be 20 pounds British sterling change. And then I place this wherever the player to my left is. Oh, player to my left. So that's going to be Dave. So here, 68, 71 is newer. It's going to go, or younger, either or. It's going to go on top. Now we need to evaluate. For the president variant, we're going to evaluate the three aspects of that ship, meaning 4,000 tonnage is bigger than 1,000 in all the other ships that are there. It's just one.
So 1 contract,
14 is faster than 13 in speed.
2 contracts,
And 1,200 passengers versus 100 passengers.
3 contracts.
So I get all 3 contracts, so I will put that here, and we will make the, actually, yeah, I'll put them up there. That'll work, done. And then we refill, but we do not place this one to the docks like we are going to be doing once the game starts, because we're still kind of in pre-game setup. Place your bets now, y'all, all right?
Yeah, this one round we just purchase a ship and deploy it onto the board.
Correct.
Well, I see no reason not to get this one here. And that is going to cost me 40 pounds.
Yep, and they can't see that, but that's okay. And it's about to get deployed. Player to your left, boom, there. And same evaluation goes. 3,000 is bigger. Speed is not bigger,
Right.
or faster, as it were, but it does have more passengers, so 2 contracts for Dave. Nope, lower. They can't see that. There you go, right there.
Just stick it right
Perfect.
there.
That'll work.
Refill the shipyard.
Yep. And Alvin, appreciate the kind words. Thanks a lot. Happy to help. And Cave Hines, that's disturbing, just so you know. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so it's my time to purchase a ship. I'm going to be going above this one here, so I really need to beat 1,000 tons, 13 knots, and 100 passengers. This one does not do it.
It does 2 of the 3.
This one does, and for reasons you'll see later, I really want multiples of 3 contracts, so pay the price. 80 pounds plus 10 pound premium, 100 pounds.
90.
I'm
You
sorry.
got a bank over there.
I do have a bank over here.
So, throw one of your captain, captain, your captain, on it. So, and they all get,
I
they all get
noticed the
coal
same thing
on
at
it
the same
as well.
time.
So you're higher, all 3, so you get 3 contracts. Squirrel, after we refill. All right. Everyone's freaking out. Wait a minute, paper money? Yeah, but it's really good paper money.
It's hefty.
It's
Shiny.
really, yeah, and it's pretty. So, but honestly, the reason is, in all seriousness, is we don't have $20 chips. We have 25s, and so, yeah. So there you go.
I'm going to take the Abyssinia, please.
Okay, so $40 for Amanda. Refill, please. 1 coal, and it's got to go there.
Yep. And I get 2 contracts.
Correct. All right. Now that pregame is set up, and the Scotia here is actually, that's where it starts the game. That's the only thing that symbolizes. And now we begin. So just like similar to Concordia, it's going to be a card playing game. So I have a total of 70 pounds British sterling. I can purchase 1 ship that's out there, so I don't necessarily want to do that. So instead, I will go ahead and play Invest. So Invest allows me to get 1 extra token here, which is going to help for multipliers there. So looking at what I purchased a white ship, and I have my sailing ship, which does not require coal, I'll go ahead and start with one there, and then I can invest in one trade house. Well, it's got to be where one of my ships is, so I have two options. Why not go ahead, go there? That's going to be 20 pounds for that. And the turn of the yellow player is complete. Dave,
Well,
who won last night? Sweater Mike did.
kind of looked that way too.
With help from the Peanut Gallery, from Edward, and from Tony. I should disclaim right now.
I'm going to play Shipyard because I can purchase 2 ships.
Okay,
Wow.
so that allows you to purchase up to 2 ships. So that's going to be a total of what?
$110,
which is exactly what you
I
have.
have.
Okay.
Nicely done, sir.
So you can just keep them right there, yeah. So then explain it. Go for it.
All right, so the lowest ship on the slips here goes to the mothball area, otherwise known as the docks, in its color. So this is now going to be the blue column. The rest of the ships on the slip come down and we refill from the top.
Right, and that's the timer of the game. So once the last ship has been bought, that's when the game's going to end. All right, so Dave.
So the second part of my turn is deploy 1 ship at sea. I currently have 2 of them available. And I'm looking here, one of the things you have to look at is the year on your ships, because if there's nothing that is,
It's got to be newer or
it's
younger.
got to be newer, younger.
So in other words, ain't launching it in Baltimore.
Right.
Or at least not the Adriatic, but you could the Devonia.
Right. So, and knowing that, I'm going to go over here to Halifax, please.
So that drops down because this is a newer ship. So 1872 goes on top. Good to go. So you deployed it. And then when you deploy a ship, you get your contracts. It's not higher than all of the tonnage. It is higher than the speed. It is not higher than everything else in passengers. 1 contract for you, sir. And the other one will just hang out.
Yep.
Cool. And to answer your question, Lucas, what happened to the 57 stream? Amanda, you want to?
So we don't know if it was our software or YouTube or what happened last night, but we had a bit of a technical snafu where we started dropping frames and we basically lost the stream. So we rebooted the computer and luckily started the stream back up. So luckily we have a local backup recording that's always done on our machines. So I was able to splice those 2 together, get that re-uploaded to YouTube, and that'll go live here probably this afternoon sometime. So you'll still have it. It just won't be the the original one, but it's the same. I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The chat will be up there. The cameras are up there. Everything.
We just can't use that because once we stop a stream and then restart it, the audio gets unsynced and people will talk and then like literally 30, 40 seconds later their mouth will move. So
Right. So, all right. Cool. So, Mike, you're up.
All right. And let's not
Trains,
AP
ships,
too much.
Same thing, Lom Doctor. Same.
I'm going to play the Shipyard.
Okay.
I have all of 60 pound available to me, so I'm not purchasing the city of Berlin. It's going to be the Nubia for a total of 50.
Nubian. And
Nubian.
It's actually a real pretty ship. The artwork on these is beautiful, but
Yes.
honestly, that might be one of my favorite.
really
It just looks
like
elegant.
this with the storm.
Oh, I like, the Stirling Castle. Ooh.
There's some good nautical artwork out there.
Yeah, there really is.
They did well on these cards. Now, where the heck am I going to put this?
So 76, you can. So anywhere.
And it doesn't beat the tonnage, and it doesn't
On
beat the
anything.
speed of the Scotia
And it doesn't beat either of those on any of them.
on anything. So
But
I'm
it does win. It does win passengers on the Scotia, and it does in Philly. Those are your only 2 locations in which you will get a contract.
Okay, I'm going to place it here in Baltimore
Even
anyway.
though, so no contracts for you, sir.
All right.
Okay,
The city of Berlin goes to the mothballs.
right. So now we have 2 of the 5 colors. We refill. Squirrel, you're up. And after we stop explaining every single thing here, these turns fly. It goes very, very quick.
I'm gonna do invest. I would like a green.
Which is just
It's barrels,
goods. It's
yeah.
goods.
And place
For
that.
storage or for cargo.
And then I will spend 20 to put a house in Halifax.
A trading house. All right, cool. So I am up now. And if you're familiar with Concordia, a lot of these cards are going to be very familiar to you. Like, the ship agent, you can copy the last card played by someone, et cetera, et cetera. So
Sounds like a diplomat to me.
It does to
Right.
me too.
So I definitely feel like I
Senator
need...
buy cards.
I do have 50, and I'm going to. So I'm going to play Shipping Agent, which allows me to copy the last card played by any player. So I will actually copy Amanda's. So again, I have a white ship, so I choose to get a white marker. So that is going to be mail for cargo. And then I'm going to place another house out here in Boston, a trading house for 30. You are limited to 2 trading houses per city or per location. So I can never again place another trading house here in Boston, but I'm maximizing so that I get more victory points whenever I transport via my ships. So the turn of the yellow player is complete.
I'm going to let 2 of my ship transport because I have no money. And that's always a good thing to have. So I believe that I'll transport here and here.
Okay, so you're allowed to transport up to 2. First off, you deploy your ship card
that's
top to bottom.
right. Forgot about that.
So at the very top of the card, it says deploy 1 ship, if possible. All right, take care, Adam. Thanks for joining us. And interesting to see, Marcus says, not going to lie, don't really like the no teaching so far. All right, good feedback. But
So,
people seem to do okay
I'm
with
going
it
to
with
deploy
Rado.
there.
He's
Okay.
not known for what we are.
So, it one for
Wins for tonnage
it
and
wins. It does
passengers.
not win speed. It does win. So turn in one of yours
Okay.
and take a 3, sir. So
Sounds
3
good.
contracts done. All right, now you get to transport 2 of them.
And
And every time you transport, it's going to cost 1 coal unless
right.
it's your sailing ship.
so I will do this one for 50 and that one for 50.
No, 30, sir.
Oh.
The green number.
Let's do these 2.
All right, so it's going to be 30 for this one. It's going to be 30 for this one, so it's 60 pounds British sterling, and no victory points because you have no trading houses up here. And Dave, done.
All right, I'm going to play the region card, which does the following. First, deploy 1 ship. I do not have any ships in my local dockyard to deploy. Next is choose 1 region. All ships in that region transport. It will be the Baltimore route.
Okay,
So that's 2 of my ships and the Cutty Sark.
so 30, 40, total of 70 pounds British sterling, no victory points. But in addition to that, read that bottom part of it.
Take the income of the oldest transporting ship of another player as your extra bonus.
So another 20 goes to Mike. Now, notice the Cutty Sark does not have any coal on it. That's okay because it's a sailing ship. Now Amanda also gets to transport. So Amanda's going to get 20 and she's going to get 0 points because she has no trading houses. And Mike.
Done.
Done.
100 pounds now.
Okay.
Just in time to not be able to buy 2 ships from the card row next turn.
Fair enough, Marcus, and that makes sense. But it should come together within the first couple turns, okay?
Okay, I am going to.
Yes, Jim. E was on it the first game, too.
Do a shipyard.
All right,
I'm
so,
going to purchase the Arizona,
okay, that'll be 90.
20, 40, 60, 80, 90.
All right, so I guess that will be your only purchase, ma'am. Okay, so you need coal on that. This makes me sad. My home state ship is going away from 1883. Into the docks.
Into mothballs. There's the green stack now.
So 79 newer than 62. That's legit. That's good.
So I get the contract for tonnage and for speed, and I also get a blue ribbon.
So that's 2 contracts there. So turn 1 in. And then anytime you deploy a ship to New York, notice the blue ribbon.
But don't you have to beat the speed?
You do have to beat the speed. That is correct. So Amanda does not get a blue ribbon. Because that is the certificate or the award, maybe,
Yeah.
for having the fastest ship, right?
Going across the Atlantic.
There you
Yes.
go. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Cool. So that's Amanda. We could transport. We could get coal. Yeah, you know what? I think I will actually transport. So deploy one of my ships. I have no ships to deploy, so 2 of my ships, which means it's going to be the Atlantic and Ariel. So the Atlantic has coal, so that's going to be 30 pounds plus 20 pounds. That's my sailing ship, don't need it. So that's going to be 50 pounds British sterling. And in addition to that, because this transported, I would get victory points. I have no trade house. So I do have trading houses here, so I'm on the board for 2 points. I get 1 point for the ship. For each trading house, 2 points. Crushing you fools. Done.
It's time for me to invest. So I will, let's see, ship colors, brown, blue, green. I'm going to get a green, and I'm going to place one of my trading houses in Philadelphia
Which makes sense since you have multiple
for 20 pounds.
ships there. So he would score, if he transports here, he would score a point a ship. All right. Mike?
All right, I'm playing the ship's agent, which is the equivalent of the diplomat from Concordia, and copy Dave's investiture.
Okay.
All right, so I will take, heck, I don't know, the red suitcases as the cargo.
So passengers. Okay. As cargo.
And buying a trading house in Baltimore for 20 pounds. And that is that.
Amanda?
Okay. I'm going to do the ship agent and also copy Dave.
Seems popular.
Popular person.
Right? Yep. Leet Wasser? Washer? Was or? Yeah. Yes, paper money. Yep. All because I don't have $20 chips.
Please hand me a white mail.
Okay, a mail token.
And then
And the reason we're getting tokens is that these are going to score points as our ships age and get pushed off and be sold for scrap.
I cannot place a house because I have no money.
Interesting. Okay. So for my 4th action, I'm out of coal. That's definitely an option, as is the region scoring. I still only have 70. Ooh, I could buy the Harmonia. That is tempting. So it's either going to purchase the ship and deploy it or score for the region and get money. I will actually go ahead and do the region scoring. So deploy a ship if possible. I don't have any. Choose a region. So my region is going to be Boston. And take the income of the oldest transporting ship as another player as the bonus. So I'm going to get, I don't have coal on it. Whoop, back that up. We will purchase the ship. So I can purchase up to 2 ships. I have $70. This one costs $70. So the Harmonia is going to get a captain, get a coal there. And 1881, he can go into any of the 5 because it's newer or younger than all the other locations. For tonnage, SOL. For speed. So I have an interesting decision right here. That if I place it in New York, it would be the fastest ship, 16 speed. I would get a blue ruban. If I place it in Boston, it would, and that would get me 1 contract for speed. Same thing in Boston, but it would get me more victory points for, oh, that's a tough call. You know what? We're going to stay on target. We're going to put it here in Boston. Done. So I will get 1 contract for that because it's going to be the fastest. Done. That's it.
I need to put coal on my ships. So I have 1 coal here. The card gives me 2, so that's a total of 3.
Way to be on the ball, Jason. All right.
Oh,
And it has to be distributed evenly between all of your ships. So right now, all your ships have 1 coal. Now you're free to place the remaining coal that you have. And we weren't sure, is it that has to be distributed from what you get or between the ships, and actually get confirmation from the publisher, it's between the ships, right?
Yeah. I'm going to place that way over there. Thank you.
All right,
Adriatic.
done. And you're limited to 3 coal on a given ship at any given time. Mike?
I'm doing invest again, this time taking the white mail cargo and placing a second trading house in Baltimore.
You said mail? Okay.
Yep.
And, all right,
And that is the end of my turn.
Amanda.
All right, I'm going to do region. Just deploy a ship. I can't. Choose 1 region. I choose Halifax.
Okay.
All ships in that region transport. And so this and this.
And mine. Because it's a sale, right?
Okay, so that's 60.
No, ma'am.
I get
50. It's lowest value, right?
Oh, the oldest it is.
Or
yeah.
the oldest,
Oldest.
not lowest value, but oldest.
So-
And this is the oldest.
So 50 for me, 30 for you.
30 for me.
30 for you.
50 for Amanda. And she's going to score 1 point because she transported there. Yellow is going to get 20 pounds British sterling because I transported. I don't need coal in that. I have no trade houses. And everything is going to transport. So whether or not Dave wants to, he's going to transport. So that's 30 bucks. And he gets 0 points because he has no trade houses. Cool?
There we go.
All right, so now you guys are going to see, for the first time, the president card. Now, this replaces the director in the base game, and as I said at the beginning, this is the game that Mac originally designed and how he intended on it being played. So the president replaces the director, so it says, take all cards back into your hand. There must be at least 5, including the president card. So there's 5 cards. Whoop. So these are going to go back into my hand, but before I do that, so you guys can see it, we'll go through this. So I have a total of 4 contracts. By the end of this step here, I have to get rid of all my contracts. You cannot save contracts. So in other words, I have 4 contracts. 3 of them I can use to purchase one of these 4 markers, not the blue ruban. And that includes coal, and if I choose to do coal, it will be free. What?
It did, Thomas. He was concerned that the Adriatic didn't use
Oh,
coal, and it
okay.
did.
All right. So I choose to get a coal. I could, for every contract that I wish to not spend that way, I get 20 pounds British sterling. So I will get a coal. Normally coal would cost 50. It does not because I'm purchasing it with contracts. So that goes there. And now I have, so that's these 3. I have 1 left, so that's going to be 20 pounds British sterling. There. That is done. And then it says, just like the director, finally choose 1 card from the bank and play it immediately. Any of those. I elect to take the coal card, please. So all of these go back into my hand. The card that we select from up there goes, and then we immediately discard the last card over here and then refill those. But I get to play this, and it's my first card as played here. So it's coal. Load as many coal units as I have coal markers. I have 2 markers plus 3. So I get a total of 5 coal. But no whirlies. So there, and unlike the base one like Dave's, which says distribute them evenly, here I can distribute them as I like. So I do not have to be even. So I choose to go 3 there and 2 there, maximum. This one is a sailing ship, remember, so it does not take any coal, but nice. And now I'm all set. And I have all my cards back in my hand except for the card I just drew, which is in my discard, but I got to play it. Turn of the yellow player is complete.
I'm going to play my ship agent on Michael's invest.
Okay.
And I believe that I want I always forget to look on this thing. I believe it's a
I mean, there's a lot that you have to consider here. You're considering the color of the ships that you own, which green, red, and blue. You look at what ships are going to be available that you may be purchasing, but you're also looking for scoring reasons at the dock, as
Right.
well as what markers do you already have on your board. So it's a lot to take in.
I'm going to go red. And I will build a house. And
Okay.
guess what? I'm going to spend $30 to build it here.
All right, and you are maxed out in Philly, sir.
Yes, I am.
I'm playing the coal card. Load as many coal units as the number of coal markers on your player board, which is 1, plus 2 is 3 coal, and distribute them evenly. And they are going 2 on the Germanic and 1 on the Nubian.
Right, so technically you place 1 and 1, and then you can place the second one freely. Cool.
Done.
All right, squirrel.
All right, I'm going to play the president. Take all my cards back into my hand.
Okay.
I am going to...
And remember, you can always spend all of your contracts for cash, but it's only £20 British sterling per card.
Right. So I'm going to turn in 3 contracts for... Let's do...
Anything that isn't a blue ruble. What does that mean? Is that French for
Ribbon.
ribbon? Oh, too obvious. Okay.
Let's do a coal.
1 coal, yes ma'am, which again is free because you purchased it with contracts. You have 1 more contract, which means you get £20. And now you can select any of the 5. And
Yes.
if there are ever any duplicates out there, we will discard the duplicate and draw another one. If we ever run out of the A deck, it goes into the B deck. If we run out of the B deck, we shuffle the A and B together and we have a new draw deck.
Can I have that cargo card?
I thought you might be choosing that.
All right,
you.
so you
Commerce
immediately
is
play
burned.
it.
Immediately play it, so that means deploy with ship. I can't, so let 1 ship transport, earning an income according to the tonnage.
Right, and important to note that it's not a normal transport. This transport does not have to do with the money that's in the top left corner. It has to do with the tonnage of the ship. So you're blue,
So
right?
my Arizona,
Okay.
I'll make go. It's
A
5
transport.
It's a transport, so I get 100 pounds for its tonnage, which is 5,000.
Yep.
And done.
Well, 5,000 up to 9,000
Correct.
should, yeah. Okay.
9,999.
Cool. Right. All right, so it's back to me now. Cannot play my president until I have at least 4 cards. I only have $40. That's not ideal. So, you know what? No one has played their region card as their last card, so I will go ahead and play my region card. Deploy a ship. I don't have any. Choose a region. I choose Boston. And now this will transport, this will transport, this will transport. And I get the bonus of this. So it's going to be 40, 70, 90 bucks, British pounds, and 4 victory points. 2 for this storehouse, trade house, and 2 for this trade house. So 4 points, 90 bucks. Banker Dave also gets 20 bucks. So I will get 110 total. And turn of the yellow player is complete.
Well, that worked out so well for you. I'm going to also play my region card.
Okay.
See that? Yeah, pretty much. The region I'm going to choose.
So deploy a ship. You don't have any. Okay.
Gonna choose this one here. So 30, 60, 70, 80.
And 4 points for Red as well, and 20 points or $20 for Mike as well. Nice little piggyback action.
Oh yes, like that a lot.
And I get 4 points, yay.
And Dave, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stack your money up a little bit tighter and put it up here if you can.
That's it for you. All right.
Yep.
I'm playing the transport card. First, deploy one ship. Don't have one. Let 2 of your own ships transport. That will be the Nubian and the Germanic
Okay,
for a total of 70 pounds and 4 victory points.
exactly. Oops.
Done.
Squirrel?
I'm going to load coal, so I get 4.
And why 4?
Because the amount that I have on my board is 2, and I get 2 additional.
Okay, so distribute them evenly. Cutty Sark is your sailing ship. You don't need any.
So, Arizona, Abyssinia, Arizona, Abyssinia.
All right, cool. All right, so I still got a fair amount of coal. And now I will play my shipping agent, which is going to copy Dave's region card. Stop me if you've heard this before. We're going to choose Boston. So that's going to be $90 for me, 20 for Dave, and 4 points for yellow, please. Turn in 10, get another 100, and done. Dave?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna be Banker Dave and turn this 520s for 100.
It's a little bit easier to manage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the card I'm going to play.
Have you played this yet, Lori? Is El Presidente.
El Presidente. So the first thing we do is we take a look at this, and I'm going to trade this in for coal.
Okay. And coal, sir.
And then I have 2 others, and you must trade these in.
You must trade them in,
that's
so
$40.
which means that's $100. Turn in your others. There we go. And now take those back into your hand and choose a card, sir.
$10 short. Isn't that the way it always is?
Hush your mouth, Jason. Hush your mouth.
Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm working on it.
Hold on, the same thing could be said for Mike here.
No, it
Same
couldn't.
thing could be said for Dave here.
I'll allow that.
And Amanda's a little diversified. So Dave, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I will go with the purchase of 2 steamships.
Okay. So it's a nicer shipyard than the one you have.
Yes,
so the
and
end one gets
one
this
of them
card.
gets extra coal, which is always a good thing to do.
All right. So
The
purchase
ones-
up to 2.
I'm going to purchase will be this one here. God, I hope I got the numbers right. That's 70, 80.
No, 80. So it's one of those 2.
Yeah. And this one would be, well, that would be 120.
160 total. 160 if you go that. It's 200 if you go with that.
Right. That one is 40. I think I'll go with these 2.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be $160, 40 back. Go ahead and take your ships, take your captain them up, get some coal on them.
Umbria goes to mothballs.
Which now, black ships are worth more victory points because they're more rare. All right, so which one are you sailing?
I am going to sail with the, I believe it's the Columbia,
Okay.
and it is going to sail into New York.
And it comes with 1 extra coal because of the shipyard, right? All right, so that drops down. All right, so let's see. It does not have the highest tonnage. It is the fastest, so you're going to get a blue ruban, which is also 1 contract, but it's not the most passengers, so you only get 1 contract,
I
sir.
was looking for the blue ribbon.
Okay. Done. And if you would, Dave, push your other ship up here There you go, so folks can see that you have one more to deploy.
Viva el Presidente.
All right, cool.
All right, so take all cards back. 3 contracts will be turned in for red cargo.
Human trafficking. Okay.
Oh, God. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to wimp out. I'm going to go coal because I don't have to pay for it. I know it.
Okay. Coal is important if you like transporting.
Yep. And I am going to take the cruise.
Which works very similar to Amanda's card, that it's a new type of transport.
So deploy 1 ship, I don't have it, let 1 ship transport, earning an income of 10 pounds per 100 passengers. The Germanic has coal, it can cruise, it carries 1,200 passengers, 120 pounds sterling.
So
Thank you
instead
very
of the
much.
$40, you're getting that number, and that goes away.
I
Last card, this goes.
assure you, you will see that card be played
Once again.
once again.
Probably the next time after you play your president, right?
Shockingly, yes.
Shocked. My shocked face.
That is your shock face,
Right.
okay.
Okay,
It's his
all
normal
right.
face. All right, I am going to. All right, let's invest.
Here is a question
Sure.
for you that I don't know if, I think I know what the answer is. When you call up a ship and you have a ship that is not deployed, can you call that one also?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'll look that up. But go ahead, Amanda.
Okay, can I did an invest action. I would like a green token, please. Thank you. And
Active steamships.
Okay.
So, no, to answer your question, it is not deployed, ergo, it is not an active steamship.
then I will also purchase coal.
No, ma'am. It's either or. See the or in the middle?
Yeah, I do now. Okay, then I will buy a house
Okay.
for 30 in Halifax.
So Amanda is maxed out in Halifax. So we all own a city, essentially, and we can no longer build in any of those cities as far as trade houses go. Interesting. All right, everyone's going their. I hear Fleetwood Mac. Go your own way. All right, so I'm looking at ships.
But these fleets are iron-hulled.
I think I'm 140 and 90. I'm $10 short.
That was bad.
Thank you.
I'm $10 short to be able to buy 2 ships. So,
G'day, Rob.
hey, Rob. So, I'm tempted to invest. The only problem is to be able to invest, if I'm going to build a trade house, you have to invest where you have ships. And I really want to be able to do New York. And I don't have any ships there, so I cannot do that. So instead, we need money. So, transport, deploy a ship if possible. I do not have any. I will let 2 of my own ships transport.
Do you have 2 with coal?
I have my steamship. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. So I will transport with both of these for a total of 70. They transport. That's going to be 4 points total. So 4 points for yellow and 70 pounds British sterling. And the turn of the yellow player is complete.
I'm going to copy Amanda, and I would like to get a white, and I'm going to put a house out here in New York because I do have a
Yep.
ship there.
20 pounds, sir. All right, done. And note that Amanda's invest does not say to launch a ship or deploy a ship, so that
Yep.
Britannia's just hanging out,
I
waiting.
know, just waiting around.
Surprised nobody copied the cruise card. Oh well. All right, let's play the shipyard card.
Honestly, I can't, or else I may have.
Purchase up to 2 steamships and deploy one of them at sea.
Okay.
I like the idea of getting a ship into New York Harbor here, so I really want to beat that 16 knots Columbia, which is anything on the board.
They're all getting faster.
I could like push the Campania in there, and you guys can never beat that again.
That would be hard to beat at 21, but it's also going to cost you 250 pounds British sterling. So.
Right. So next to 21 knots, down here, the Etruria at 19 knots will also get the job done and win all 3 categories. So I'm going to take the Ormuz and the Etruria. 90, 220, 230. 1, 2, 30. 10 pounds change back.
So the Augusta Victoria. Nope, those are Mike's
Oh,
chips.
sorry, my bad. This goes here.
All right, now.
And it's really surprising how quickly we go
Ships.
through these ships.
Yeah.
Especially when I was playing it wrong with Jim over at Tony's house. And it took forever.
All right, so that looks like you're getting 3 contracts for that puppy too.
And Bleu Ribbon.
All right, yep.
Man.
So 3 contracts because he beat all 3 segments of all the ships, and Blue Ribbon because it's in New York. And you get some coal on that puppy as well.
Oh, yes.
Okay. For John Company. All right, anyway, moving on. All right, cool. So that was you're done.
I'm
right?
done.
All right, cool.
And that also fills out the last space, so all other ships may not return.
And here is Ormuz
Right.
at my dock, ready to be assigned to a route.
Yours was transport, yes?
It is, yes.
Okay. I think I'm going to copy transport.
Okay, so deploy a ship.
Don't have any.
All right, let 2 of your own ships transport, ma'am.
Arizona, Abyssinia.
Okay, so how much do you get?
I get 80
Okay, and then 0 points for here.
and 2 points for here.
Correct.
Okay, I am done.
Take 100. All right, so I will play my shipyard, which is purchase up to 2 steamships and deploy 1 of them. So we're sitting on 290. So now I'm looking over here at what is out there in mothballs. So blue and black are worth the most victory points. However, my blue and black not doing so well over here, and there's no white over there either, which is a bummer. And there's no white coming. There's that really, really expensive dude up there. So we don't want to do that. So at 290, we could do a couple of green. Green's mediocre. Because if I do the black, the Campania, which is the fastest ship on the board right now, is it not? Yep. But the problem with that is that costs 200 and I can't afford a second ship. So I think having more ships is better than having 1 ship. So if we're going to do it, we're going to maximize. So that's going to be, we're going to get the 2 greens. So City of New York and St. Louis. So that's going to be 260 plus 10 is 270. 270 leaves me 20 cheese there. So I will take both the City of New York and St. Louis. So we'll get a couple of cabins, or captains, which is only helping black, which if you look out here, Amanda, who's trailing right now, is the only one with the black ship. I lied. Banker Dave also has one out there.
That's me.
They both, I'm sorry, Mike does. So now I'm looking out here for where do I want to launch them. So 88, 91, I probably ought to get my 88 out first. So, and interesting that we didn't redeploy a single ship.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Wow.
We filled it right up.
We filled it up just naturally the way it went. That's really interesting. So we're going to, I really want that blue ball. But I have to get in here to be able to place a ship. So we're going to go ahead and launch the City of New York. So the Scotia is going to come out. We'll talk about that in a minute when that's all said and done. So it has a speed of 19, so I do not win that. I do not get a blue reball, but I will win the other 2 for passengers and tonnage. So I get 2 contracts for launching that one. My St. Louis will hang out here ready to launch later. So now the Scotia comes out. And because this game, because no one owns this, nothing happens. So honestly, we'll just cover it when we get there. So boom, out of the game, done. Turn of the yellow players complete.
And I get to take a pretty mundane turn by playing my coal, because I have none. And I get 2, plus I have 2, so that's a total of 4.
Undefined, you always have another April Fool's stream to look forward to. We'll let you know April 1st what it's going to be.
Done. And I do not take my ship out because that card doesn't allow it.
Correct.
I'm playing Invest. I'm taking the top option. I will take red passenger,
More human trafficking.
more human trafficking. And for £30, I'm going to deploy my broken house to New York City.
New York City.
Get a rope. Next.
All right, I am going to play Shipyard. I'm going to purchase some ships, or possibly ship.
How much do you have?
I have $220.
That does appear to be ship, singular.
Okay, I'll buy the Lusitania, please.
No, that is the
Lucania?
Lucania. Lucania.
Lusitania is in here though, as is the Titanic.
So I will. It's 190. So I'll
No,
spend 2.
no, ma'am.
Oh, it's 2 even. That works out.
And the first
Okay.
Bismarck goes to mothballs.
You and your mothballs. Deploy one of them.
Oh, Canada. And New England.
Home in native land.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's deploy it in New York. I'm gonna knock my own off.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, Jason. That's really funny.
I will get a blue ribbon.
You will get a blue ruble. And how many contracts for you?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Tonnage, speed, and passengers. Again, human trafficking.
Totes. And
Coal.
it gets
Okay.
coal.
All right.
Okay. All right. So now we get to score.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Because that's come off.
so for the first one, now, normally what would happen, if there were any open spots on this board, this would get redeployed, and this is the one exception to it must always be the new ship to fit in. So for instance, this popped off at 79. If, say, one of these was a hole, it would actually slide in right there below the 1881. But as it is, there is no space on the board. So here's what happened, or happens. It gets to do a farewell transport before it hits storage.
Does it get to replace someone if it can come in on top with the year?
Sure, it will. Well, it doesn't replace anything.
It
It
knocks
just
somebody
there's
else's
no
off.
open spots.
If it was open, they would, but
Right.
there's nothing open.
I promise you, Dave.
Oh, okay. That's another thing we did wrong.
Can't help you on that. So it must have coal on it. It does. So we get rid of the coal. Then blue is going to score the victory points if they have any storehouses or trade houses here. They do not, but does get the $50 for it because it is a transport. And then now we look at Amanda's player board. This is a green flag ship. So we look at her board and she has 3 markers, and the victory points for that to the left of it is 7 victory points. Plus we look, plus we look at the docks, plus that amount. How many green flags are there? There's 1. So that's going to be a total of 8, plus any points from this, which is 0. 8 points for Amanda. She takes her captain back. And this, Arizona, a moment of silence. Okay, out of the game. Done.
Davy Jones Locker.
Yep, there we go.
Very famous ship
Okay.
in the U.S. Navy.
Yes. All right. I am playing the trusty old coal card, taking 4 coal.
Wait,
Why are you playing?
You
No, it should
can't,
be.
aren't gonna play.
Well-
Amanda just played.
Well, okay.
Edward,
Hold on, wait, who, yeah,
it's me. So now it's
Lucania.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, so
well,
it's me.
way
Wait,
ahead of it.
yeah, well,
You guys don't need to play.
okay.
He was ready to go.
I'm ready to go here.
So I need coal.
You could copy me.
I can't, because we have those cards.
That was the other game.
So, and I only had 20 bucks. So unfortunately, putting out a storehouse isn't an option. So I can't invest. I could load coal, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and El Presidente. So take all 5 of my cards back into my hand. I only have 2 contracts, so that has to be cash. That's gonna be 40 bucks. So I'm up to 60 eventually. There we go. And then I get to choose one of the cards. So this invest is really, really nice. The problem cost $100. I only have 60. So not doing that. However, I now have enough money. I'll take the ship agent, please. So I will play that, and I will copy Mike's last played card, which is his invest. So in that case, with that invest, and I'm looking at the board now, so let's see. I have a white, I have a blue, I have a green. I'm kind of all over the place. Let's go ahead and get a green there, and then I will spend 40 for my storehouse there, back down to 20, but at least now, or trade house, we're in better shape there. Turn of the yellow player is complete.
Now, in refilling the top cards here, I pulled out a second transport.
The new one goes away.
New one goes away.
I'm fairly certain it's the new one. I'll double check.
Doesn't really matter, they're the same card.
Well, it's just whether or not that will fall off quicker. That's the only question. All right, Dave, you're up.
I'm going to play a region. I'm going to choose this region and ship. That gives me 30, 60, 70, 80 bucks.
So which region? All right. So did you take coal off?
Not yet.
I haven't.
So that's going to be 80, 20 for Mike, and 4 points for Red.
4 points red.
Now, Mike, now you can not
Now
cheat.
you can
and
play
now
your
you
coal.
can
Are you
go.
sure? Are you sure? Okay.
Go for it.
All right. We're going to coal up. 4 coal. We're going to go 1, 2.
Oh, and I get to finally play my ship.
Hold
Forgot
on.
about that.
Dave, top to bottom. Right?
Right,
Okay. Go ahead.
and I'm deploying it here. So,
Duplicate cards go to the separate stack immediately, so that tells me it's probably the new one goes
That's what
away.
it sounds like.
so
Okay.
I get one contract because I do have the highest there, and I tie all the others.
Okay, so there. All right. You're done then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now the Cutty Sark cannot redeploy, so it goes on its final cruise. So blue is going to get 20 bucks and score 0 points because there's nothing here. She gets her captain back. But because this is a sailing ship and it does not have a flag, did not bring a flag, no points there, no points there. It just goes out of the game. Done. All right, now Mike,
Coal.
Yeah.
for the 4th and final time.
I said coal!
So how many do you need, sir?
I got
Here,
it.
take
Okay.
care.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so far ahead of it.
He's already 3 turns
I'm
ahead
3
of us.
turns down in the stack
Oh.
here.
Alright, I'm gonna play the president, take all my cards back into my hand, spend my 3 contracts. Going to get 1 coal, please.
Hold on, wait. What was that, Jason? 1877 ship? Where? I don't... Everything looks right to me.
The one that we discarded?
Yeah.
No?
The Arizona was a 70.
No? So I don't know what Jason's talking about. Continue on.
I need a coal, please.
All right, 1 coal. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, 80s.
No,
No.
just
Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Okay, so then finally choose one card from the bank and play it immediately. Let's do the commerce one. Get 50 pounds for every house you own. That's a pretty good one.
all right. So take
get
100 bucks,
pounds.
and it's only going to get better.
Yep. Right, I am finished.
All right. So we need. What do we got out there? Another cruise.
Another cruise.
Uh,
No, Patricio, it does not. It has to have coal in order to do its final sale.
no, Jason. They do not redeploy when the board is full. So you know what? Let's do my bonus coal there. So it's going to be a total of 5 coal.
Is a bonus coal like one of his kids?
Yes, that's exactly what that is, actually. And does not have to be distributed evenly, so we will go 2 there. Actually, I really will, though. Okay, cool, done.
And your ship doesn't deploy because it's not a deployable card.
Correct.
I've got a lot of choices here, and I really would like to play my invest card or play my shipyard, blah, blah, blah. But instead, I'm going to play my president. And the reason for that is because I really, really, really want a card.
That's a good
That's down
reason.
there. So I have 2. So that's 40.
Oh, actually, hold on. If it still has free spaces left and there is no other region. So no, once it's full, there is no more redeployment. So that's, yeah, we're good.
Okay, and then
Take your cards back into
take
your
my cards back in my
and
hand.
get you whatever card that you so desire, sir.
It is the global.
All right, so what do you got?
Let 1 ship per region transport or 1 steamship per flag transport. I'm going to do region.
Okay, choose one, sir.
Let 1 ship per region. So that one there.
Okay, so that's going to be 30.
30.
Go ahead.
This one here for another 30.
And 2 points.
Okay. This one here.
Oh, I missed one, sorry. Yep. Will be 40 bucks and a point.
So
I did
that's
say
a-
2 points on this
Yes.
one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so that's 100.
Okay, 120
120.
and 150 and no points.
Yep.
All right, for that one. Good job. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
That's-
Nice.
No wonder I would have played my president too. That's a very good one.
And I get to keep it.
I know.
Nice.
Very
All right,
nice.
Mike?
All right.
Yeah, you guys have now seen everything in this game except for,
Some of the special cards.
yeah, and the
Scoring.
end game scoring, and that's it. So,
Transport.
all right.
All right. First, deploy 1 ship. I happen to have a ship. It is the Ormuz, built or launched in 1886. It can't be deployed here, nor here.
No, it can here.
It's 1877.
Yep.
Does it go in the middle?
It's
No, no,
1886.
1886. Oh
Yes,
yeah,
that's-
it could be deployed there.
Not here. So
Not here.
So Baltimore and New York are out for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the other 3 options.
Well, I want to kind of push on this yellow team here. So we're going to head into the docks this route. So let's see. It's the largest tonnage, it's the fastest, but it is not the highest cargo.
So 2. All right.
Passengers. Why do I keep calling them cargo? Is there something dark
You're a
and
human
sinister
trafficker.
in my past?
That's what I'm saying. All right, so finish the rest of your turn, because this is the last thing that happens, is we score these. So then transport, right?
Transport, 2 of your ships transport. I think I would like to get 1 block of coal off the Germanic down there before it gets pushed off the bottom and wasted.
So 40 and 2 points.
2 points.
Okay.
And let's collect big money from the Etruria.
No
here.
whammies, big bucks. So it's going to be a total of 100 and another point.
1 more point. 100. Whoa.
That's funny.
All right, so now Thermopylae. got pushed off. So red is going to score 0 points because he has no trade houses. $20. Get it, and it's a sailing ship, so no flag. Did not bring a flag again. Done.
It happens.
I'm going to play cargo, deploy a ship. I can't because I don't have any. I will transport on my Lucania
All right.
and get 150 pounds because of the tonnage of it.
Wow.
13. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Teach me how to make money. All right. Well, now we have some coal. I think it's time to score some stuff. So we could either do transport and copy what Mike did there, since we still have another shipping agent. I could choose a region and get an extra $40 out of that. And that sounds like an awesome idea. Plus, it allows me to get my other ship out. So reading top to bottom, deploy one ship if possible. I have San Luis. So 1894. Yep, everybody. So it can go in any of them. So will not be the fastest again. And well, I don't really have a reason one way or the other. 12,000 is good, 19 is good, and 1,400 is good. You know what? Let's go ahead and get some. Yeah, let's get some Mike off the board. So there we go. So San Luis gets in. So that's going to be a total of 3 contracts for him because he wins all 3 categories there. Done. We'll come back to him in a minute. So then we finish the rest of the turn. Choose one region. Boston. Everything here transports. There. So I'm going to get a total of 110 and 4 points. And then because I feel bad for kicking Mike's ship off, I'm going to give him $40 there. Okay. So I get a total of, what did I say, 110? Give me a 10.
And I got your 4
please.
points.
Thank you. So now we need to take care of Mike's ship here that got pushed off. So here we are. It does have enough to sail, so it will. So it's going to score or get 40 pounds, British sterling. He's going to get a total of, we'll start the count here, 2 points for that. How many green, how many green does he have? How many red markers?
3 red markers.
That's 7. So we're at 9 points. How many red flags are there?
1.
10 points total.
Whoop.
There you go. Takes his captain back. And Germanic is now scrap. Done.
Davy Jones' locker with ya.
We all have crosses we must bear, Tony. Take care.
To the pub. Have them put it up on the TV.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, seriously. YouTube.com/heavy cardboard. Easy.
Heavy
all right?
cardboard bids.
Yep, there you go. That would be amazing, Tony. And if you can, get a picture of it.
Please. Yes.
That would be awesome.
My
Okay.
math is correct. That's $280 to
Yes.
buy these 2 ships.
You are correct, sir.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Get me 10 back. This
There you go. I'll take care of the money.
goes to
Go ahead.
bank.
Wow, that just became much less interesting to do.
Yeah, but you did score 10 points out of it.
I did.
so-
I got some money.
Right. So who loves you, baby?
Yeah.
My best Telly Savalas.
There
all
you
right?
go.
And I'm going to go here and knock my own ship off.
Tony says it's a great idea. I'll suggest it. Awesome.
So 14 is fastest. And
That would make my whole
so I get
Christmas.
2
You only
Tony.
get 2 period.
and a blue ribbon.
You people in your fast ships.
22 knots.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
Now we're back to 15.
And
Just creeping along. All right. So you deployed it. You purchased. All right. So now the Columbia goes to the scrap heap. So it can sail. So that goes away. So red is going to get 40 pounds, British sterling. Make it 50. And then you're going to score 1 point so far for this. How many white are out there? There's 1, so that's 2.
And I have it at 5.
So that'd be 7 points total.
Well, actually, this just came out. When does all of this refresh?
Scoring is the last
Okay,
thing.
just making sure.
Okay, so it's going to be 1, 6, 7. And that's why we wait to do this, because of exactly that thing. Because this happens after that comes off. All right, cool. So the Columbia is no mas. Done. Okay, cool.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
It is
It's
mine.
pretty, to me, it feels pretty intuitive now that we're in our second game.
Again, this is very similar to Concordia in that you've got so many things you want to do.
Of course. Well, welcome to Euros in
Yeah.
2017. So are you guys at home, even without the teach now, like Marcus and everything, and Jared, are you guys able to grok this? Is it making sense now? Granted, might not have been the way you would have preferred it to be done, I understand that, but is it making sense? And for everyone else, for that matter. Stalling as long as I can, Mike.
I appreciate it. It's all good.
I have to look at my cards.
You should do that.
The
It is
Presidente.
open information.
Should have played that one
Yeah.
instead.
Well, you
All
can,
right.
oh yeah, now you don't have enough for a ship.
So, here are 3 contracts,
Yeah. Okay.
and let's take
Do it.
coal.
Do it.
Yes, coal. God's sake. Coal. Coal. This is not coal.
Oh, sorry, that was not Cole. I apologize.
I said coal.
Not so Freudian. And 2 more contracts is
40 bucks?
40 pounds.
Yep.
I have 240 pounds. I will
He's just
take.
used to handing things to me. So.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's take Le Bleu Ribbon.
Pick up your cards. There you go.
Yep. First things first, launch your ship. Oh, you don't have it.
I don't have one. Let one ship transport for every Bleu Ribbon that you own.
You own D.
De Etruria, Nubian.
You are green. So 60 and a point, and Nubian, and so 90 and 3 points total.
90 and 3 points total. Very
Oh,
well.
there you go. That way you guys don't run out of coal.
Done.
And done?
Done.
All right.
Going to invest. Can I please have a red?
More human trafficking. Man, you
you.
people are dirty.
Just a dirty, nasty woman. And then a house as well. So I will spend 50 to put a house in New York.
New York is booked up.
New York. Done.
Everybody, actually. And I thought it was nice that everybody put in their respective seating spot also, where they are.
That's weird.
Right. Mike, Amanda, Dave, me. All right. Anyway, I found it interesting. So we only had the $50 spots left on all the different cities. So I have 130, and I can. Yes, that should have gone away. Thank you. Good call. And last card. So
Now we just.
we don't shuffle yet because one of these will come off and will go into the discard and get shuffled in. So, all right. So do I want a ship? No, we need to transport, I think, or do we get another? We could get into some Baltimore action over here. I have 3. I need to play one more before I can play my president. I could transport with 2 of my ships. And that would get me a fair bit of money.
Oh my God, can I go right now, please?
And copying, I don't have. Copying doesn't really appeal to me right now. I'm thinking transport. Yeah. I could invest. I do have the money to invest, but that. The white's about to fall off. You know what, actually? I am going to invest on second thought. So I will go ahead and take green, green, white, doesn't matter, and blue. So the white's about to fall off. Let's go and max that out. That's done. Yeah, and then I will spend 50 for another trade house. My only option is Halifax or Baltimore because I have ships in both of those. So let's go and get up here in B-Town. Done. B more, sorry.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Well,
So I will copy your last card.
okay,
I will get a red one.
okay.
I will spend $50. And my house will go in Halifax, please.
All right then.
And again, I don't place my ship because
All good feedback, guys. All right, so we experimented with this to try something different, and I think Jason brings up a good point. Just an overview would have been good before we get started. So, okay. All right, lesson learned on that, Jason. And the rest of y'all, actually. So, good call. Okay. So, let's maybe a brief overview if I'm going to try that
Yeah.
next time. Okay, cool.
I see that I have 1, 2, 3 ships, steamships with no coal on them, and this needs to be remedied.
There, and there.
So,
5 coal.
5 coal.
All right, where you want them, sir? Is it even or no?
It is evenly.
Okay, so it's got to go there. It's got to go there. It's got to go there. Where do you want the last 2?
Well, definitely on Ormuz, and
60, but it
Yep.
is about to fall off. So is that.
so is that. Etruria.
Etruria it is. Okay.
Done.
All right, I am going to play Shipyard. I'm going to purchase up to 2 steamships.
It's a good game.
It is a good game. Let's see, I have $290. So I can very easily buy 2. So let's see.
I would hope so, right?
Um,
Oh yeah, you can. There's a interesting that even though they're newer, some of these are really dirt cheap. I mean, you got Haverford, the New England's pretty good as far as cost. Wow, the Baltic. Look at the tonnage on
Yeah,
that
so
thing.
see, my choices are either to buy 1 or 2 or buy the Baltic.
Yeah, but it's only worth 1. There's only 1 over there, but you do have 7 points worth in green, so. Yeah, honestly, the reason we didn't is because I wasn't going to have enough of a turnaround time this morning. And I thought it was an easy enough game that you guys would be able to, but you brought up really, really good points. So yeah, I wasn't going to have enough time to prep it this morning to the level that I would have been comfortable with it being day 23 of the Advent. So that's a very good point. But you know what? I'll tell you what, I will do a early in January. Amanda and I maybe, or you, me, and Matt could play this, and I can do a full teach of
Sounds
it
good to
then.
me.
Okay.
I'll
cool.
buy the Oceanic and the New England, please.
Oceanic for 170 and New England for 280 total.
Yes.
Ma'am. And oh Canada.
Okay, so I deploy one of them. I just have to figure out which one I want to deploy.
Do you need some coal?
Carpathia.
Yeah.
Some of these names
just
are
need-
just really
Do
cool.
I just need
too.
one because once I only get coal on the one that I deploy,
No,
correct?
you get
No,
coal
no,
on
you
them
get
both.
coal.
It just is hanging out for when it deploys.
It just sits there until you
Okay,
can deploy.
I see.
Yeah, I would have never done that, Jason. And yes, Marcus, don't worry. You will. It will be, unless it's a game that we've already taught on the stream. So just wanted to try something different today. Plus, it worked out. But noted.
I will do New England and Halifax. I get 3 contracts out of that because with more tonnage, it's faster with more people.
There you go. All right.
What year was it built?
1898.
Okay. All right. So that's it for yours, right?
Correct.
So the Ariel then scores 0 points because I have no trade houses there. I do get $20, and it did not bring a flag. It's out of the game, but I'll take my $20. It did its job. And that's 100, so done. A moment. There we go. All right. So what do we have out there for cards? Let's see. What do I have? Passengers? No, it's for tonnage, isn't it? 12,000, 11,000. So I would get 150 bucks for that. Passengers would be 140. That'd be 170 bucks for that guy. Or I could get coal, could get another ship agent. I'm just trying to debate whether or not I want to do that. I don't have money to buy ships. I could transport for some extra money, but you know what? Let's go ahead and El Presidente. So I will take all those back into my hand. I have 3 contracts, so we'll go ahead and take a green marker now, staying out of the human trafficking business, and choose one of those up there. And, oh, looky there. I'll take the invest, actually. So the invest card cost me 100. There you go. You guys can shuffle those up. So it cost me 100 whenever I play it. Now I can take 2 different. So I will go ahead and take a coal now, and I'll go ahead and take a green. Notice it doesn't have the blue ruban. Something I didn't point out also is the yellow is a misprint. It's supposed to be the red for human trafficking. I'm kidding about the human trafficking, but
Suitcases.
and I get 1 free storehouse, which, oh, that works out really well. The last
You
place
can't
on
do
the
that?
board.
You don't have a ship there.
No, I cannot. So, and I cannot place it here because that would be my 3rd. I don't have a ship there. So instead, looks like I'm going to take 2 coal and put them out on the board. So, not there. I will place it there in the Harmonia, and I will place 1 on the St. Louis. Ah, boo, done. All right.
Well, I would like to do other things, but I gotta get some coal on my ships because I'm all out. So 2 + 2 is 4.
Oh, thank Jules Verne. Okay.
And that's a good point, Franny. Maybe it's newer construction methods that it didn't need. That's why some of the ships are cheaper, maybe.
Adriatic.
And then I have 1 extra one that I can place.
Oh, that's
And
cool,
I take that
Patricio.
Here.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. All right, shipyard.
Oh, you were
Let's-
thinking I was gonna buy with 20
Oh my
bucks.
God.
Come on.
Let's see. We have Deutschland,
Yep.
which is 23 knots and 17,000 tons. That's pretty good.
That is what we would term a large ship.
It will
sir.
not take 3 contracts in New York, and I'd push my own off the bottom.
But that's worth a lot of points, potentially.
It is, and it would put an end to 3 contracts in a column. The George Washington, 2,700 passengers. That's a hell of a ship to take a cruise on, I'm thinking.
Right.
And it's also a hell of a ship to copy Amanda's cargo card on. So let's see if this works. 180 and 70
That's
is 250.
That's 450.
450. Oh,
Whoa.
it's too bad. Okay, let's see if we can economize a little. How about the ever-present Haverford? This is still 250.
And
260.
330?
330. 330.
Nailed it. You could.
Yep.
All right. Plus, they're both red. I mean, so you got that in common, right?
Yep.
And you are heavy in human trafficking.
Yeah, I am heavy in paid human trafficking, and all that money goes to Davy Jones' locker.
Okay.
They each get that. They each get a captain. And who are we going to rough up with the George Washington here? How about, golly, I just hate to push Edward off the bottom of that.
I'm okay with it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll get 11 points out of it.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm-
12 points
Mm-hmm.
and 30 bucks. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so 26,000 gets anything, 18 gets that column, 2,700 passengers always gets anything. I'm going to push Abyssinia off the bottom in Halifax route and
All right.
take 3 contracts.
3 contracts, sir. Okay. And that's it, right? So now we go into, so Amanda, it's your ship. You run it through. Go ahead.
Okay. So I have a coal, so I can do my final run. All right, I get 30
Yep,
money.
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Then I have 2 storehouses.
Okay.
So that's 2 points.
Okay,
It's black, so that's 7.
so that's 9.
Total.
Okay,
Then 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
13 points. That's a hell of a ship.
Oof.
And
That
Ab-
goes to the dock.
Abyssinia is gone. All right.
And
And what came off, fellas?
Deutschland.
The Deutschland did. Okay, it's upside down.
Ah, darn it. Rotterdam, America,
look at the tonnage on these puppies.
Mauritania.
Yep.
32,000 tons, 26 knots, and 2,200 passenger.
That
That's
is a
big ship.
massive ship. Holy cow.
George Washington already has hull envy.
Right, seriously. All right, so Amanda, you're up.
I will do the president, take everything back in my hand,
El Presidente.
spend my 3 contracts to get a coal, please. Almost, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Then choose a card from the bank. I will choose fleet, please.
And hand me the cargo card. Nope. There you go. There you go.
2 victory points per active steamship with a different flag. 1, 2. So I get 4
4
points.
points. That is the goal of the game, right?
Done.
All right.
As in the game of Through the Ages.
Victory points
So you
are
get-
important.
For each.
Active steamship with a different flag.
What do we have? There it is. Well,
2 points for each.
it's tempting. I could copy that card from Amanda. That's worth 6 points, right? What was your last one, Mike?
Shipyard.
Okay. You know what? I like points. I'll take 6. Green. So green, blue, white. 6 points for yellow, please.
6 points yellow.
Done.
Amanda's would give me 8 points. However, I'm really concerned about getting this ship placed. So I'm going to play Regent so I can place the ship here.
Yeah, Patricio, that's a really, really nice thing. And I'm glad I did that right before my ship went away. So, yeah, I love the historic.
So,
There's a little historical booklet.
I've got 9,000, which is 1. So I get one chit.
Oh, you
that's
get the
2.
passengers.
You get 2. You get passengers as well.
That this is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay, so you launched it. Now choose a region.
I'm going to do here.
Okay, so that goes there. So that's going to be $60. And, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. It's going to be $80.
$80.
20 for green. And it's going to be 4 points for red as well. And my Majestic Atlantic can take a victory lap here. So we'll get rid of that. So that's going to be $30 if somebody can get that for me. And then we're going to be a total of, for white, is going to be 2 points for that. 9 for that is 11. And there's 1 white out there for 12. There we go. Done me proud, Atlantic. Thank you much. Okay. So,
That
Mike?
was
Oh, excuse me. I promised you'd be seeing this card again. Deploy 1 ship. I have the Haverford. Haverford built in 1901.
Everywhere except Halifax. It can deploy. Or
Okay.
anywhere, not everywhere. Similar, but different.
very different.
Let's get into Philly here, shall we?
Oh, I think so.
We'll retire the old Leander down there, the
right.
last of the sailing ships plying the Atlantic.
All right. So deployed it, then do what's on the card.
Let one ship transport earning 10 pounds per 100 passengers. George Washington, 270.
That's a heck of a cruise.
It is.
All right. Then the Leander will get you $20 and no flag. The end. $20.
Done.
The age of sail has ended.
It's a bittersweet time.
Right.
Right. Let's see. Can't do that. Can you please put, oh wait, hang on. Transport, deploy a ship. Will you please put Oceanic on Baltimore?
Yes, ma'am. So the Nubian will be no more. So, hey, when you deployed, Mike, where'd you deploy? Which ship was it?
Need
The
to play
Haverford?
Philly.
Haverford.
Did you get your contracts?
I did
Or
not.
contract singular, it looks like?
One.
No, two.
Two.
Two contracts.
Wow. Totally missed that.
All right, the Oceanic. One, two, three.
Nice.
Good job.
Thank
So,
you. Rob.
so that was your deploy.
Correct.
All
So
right,
now
Rob, get some sleep. Cheers. Thanks.
I can let two of my ships transport.
Yep.
So I will transport Oceanic and New England.
Okay, so this will be at 70,
So 110.
110, and 2 points. And now the Nubian princess here will get $30 for the final sale. So that'll be 2,
Plus 5.
7, plus 1 is 8.
8. 28.
And the Nubian is no more.
I'm back in last week.
Scuttled it outside of Charleston.
All right. So, could transport, could get a fair bit of money. So that's based on tonnage, is that, or per passengers? Yours?
Passengers.
Passengers, huh? You know what? That sounds like a pretty good way to get some money. I'll go ahead and copy that. Mike,
Deploy one ship.
I have no ships. So it'll be 170. Nothing to sneeze at, which means 200. Done.
I'm going to invest, and I will take. I will take a red.
Are you sure?
I will take a green,
Okay.
and I will buy. Place a house.
And unlike me earlier, you can do that.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Mike.
6.
Milo, to answer your question, with 3 players, you take 9 ships. So you see the numbers out of these. These range from 1 to 10, but for ships, it's 1 to 9. You take 1 ship out of each one and place it out here and seed the docks. Anything else? I'm not sure. Let me see if anything else scales. I do not believe so. I believe that's it. And
Being that's
it does
the
play
timer.
2 to 4. So I'm curious here for the 2-player game. I didn't see any special rules for it that are highlighted out. So my question then, let me see if the setup is different for 2-player somehow, some way. No, because it has that lists all the ships and everything, but, huh. So it says 2 to 4, but I don't see anything in here for 2 players. So I don't know. Yeah, and one less area board. So New York's always in a game, and then it's 1 per player.
A Presidente. Take all cards. 3 contracts. I will take a coal.
1, hey. Trade you.
Shocking with that.
And you get money.
And 40 pounds.
I got that for you.
And take the investment card. Pay 100 pounds. Take 2 of the resources, and it
Must be different ones.
It will be green to complete this row.
Okay.
And then let's have a look at what I've got rolling off of the board next. A black ship, with plenty of points
Like your
here.
soul.
Oh, it is like my soul, isn't it? Ooh. Of course, I just notched that up. And then there will be a white ship. Yeah, let's take a white one.
Hit you in the hand. Okay.
That was perfect. And take 1 house or 2 coal.
Which your 1 house could be here, and you can, and it's free to do so.
Oh,
Because
it
you
is
paid
free.
for it already. You paid the 100 for your investment.
Well, let's do that.
Well, there you go. No more investing.
Yep.
At least as far as the trade houses go.
You can get coal.
Correct. All right.
Right. I will copy Mike's. So here's 100.
Okay.
Um,
You have a bank.
let's do a white and a red, please.
White and a red. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And we refill.
And 2 coal. I'm done.
All right.
That's why.
So at 200, you know what? I know I'd only be able to get 1 ship, but I think that's going to be worth too many points for me not to, so I'm going to purchase. I'm going to purchase the Carpathia for 120, getting 80 back, Dave.
80.
So the Carpathia will go there. Plus that helps my green ships because of that later. So the Carpathia is a 1902 ship.
There it is.
Titanic.
There you go. And the Lusitania right next to one another.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the more famous ships in
And
history.
look at what the cost of all the ships are. The cheapest one is the 130.
Yep.
I got 50
All right,
bucks.
so Carpathia at 14, so 1902 can go anywhere but Halifax. And at speed 14, she's struggling. She is the slow boat to nowhere. But at 2,600 passengers and 14,000 tons, wow.
Almost all these are passengers.
That would get me 2 contracts to go there. Everybody else is 1. We'll go ahead and come here. Yep. So that's only going to get me 1 contract for doing so, which is the passengers. So that goes away. That's deployed. Nothing else. Then the Britannia can take a final cruise. So she'll get 30 bucks. No points for that. However, 7. And 8. 8 points for the Britannia.
8 points.
And how much money was it?
30. Yes, Jason, the director token one shot. Matt Gertz actually responded and said, yeah, just don't play with it when the president card's used instead of the director.
So, I hate what's out there. Can I do anything else to do that? All right. I'm going to play my president.
Cool, Thomas. All right.
So I've got a total of 4 of these. So I will take a coal, and I will.
Which seems appropriate
a
considering
20.
it's Christmas season.
Yes.
I will take this card.
All right. So 3 transports and no deployments. Okay.
So this one goes. So it's 80
And a point.
and a
Okay.
point. Yeah. 30 is
So 110, 140, and 3 points total. 140 and 60, make it 200. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Mike.
Transport. I have no ships to deploy, 2 ships depart. Ormuz and Etruria.
So that's 101 point.
100. 1 point. Done.
Okay. Squirrel. Yeah, I think I have to do that.
I'm gonna load up coal, so I get 6.
That's a lot of coal.
Wow. And it's distribute evenly,
But
right?
I have 3, so I'll just do 2,
2 and 2. Okay.
Done.
You could place a
I know,
second.
but I don't want
Okay, all right. Okay. So I have a really, really tough conundrum because there is a card up there that I really do want. But I'm looking at what you guys have. Only one person could take that card possibly from me, and that's Amanda, because you guys haven't played enough cards. So therefore, I'm thinking I'll go ahead and play the region. I don't have a ship to deploy. Choose a region here. And then everybody transports. So there, there, and there. So I get the oldest ship that isn't mine, I get the income of it. So it's going to be 170 and 2 points for me.
That's 2 points.
2
And
points tally.
170. And then blue is going to get 0 points and 70 cheese. Make it 100. Thank you. Actually, I guess make that another 100 there. Done.
I'm going to play my coal because I have none. And I have 3, 4, 5.
Cool. All right. Oh, actually, Patricio, I asked Matt Gertz about
Come
that
over.
over here.
Yeah.
And he said, obviously, these are not all the ships that were ever built in history, so there's going to be
Put it down
tons
there.
of
All the
potential
way down.
of new ship cards, as well as different actions that might come about. So those I know will be coming for this.
Okay, so here is an interesting conundrum. Do I go for 2 mediocre ships or take in income to get maybe, I don't know, do something stupid like buy the Lusitania and the Titanic next turn?
So remind me not to invest in your company, okay?
Hey, the Lusitania was torpedoed, come on.
Hold on.
It wasn't our fault.
Hold on. Where did it end up?
It ended up in Davy Jones' locker next to all those guys, yes. Okay, what do we have here? We have coal, and you show a region.
Yep, Killer Priest, paper money, all you can eat. Although it is really nice and it's thick. So it's not your typical paper money, but yeah. I don't have $20 chips. I'm wondering if the downvotes are for the lack of teach or for the paper money.
Combination.
40, 100. Doesn't get me any money.
So we're going to get this done in 2 hours? Probably not.
14 minutes? No, but
Unlikely.
probably another half hour or so. Yeah.
What do I have?
I mean, we're on.
We're into the nines.
Does,
So
I'm gonna
does
do this.
everything have to sell?
all the ships have
All
to
the
shell.
ships. Okay.
And then we take one final turn after that.
Got it.
I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to play the investment. I'm going to go with the bottom. Take
Okay.
coal
For $50?
for 50. I actually paid for it this time.
I'm really shocked at how few white have gotten wasted.
And 2 coal, which is going to be the George Washington and the Ormuz.
All right. You've been milking that Ormuz.
Look how many whites are out.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
That's why.
Amanda?
And here's the next one.
50 pounds per house, so 150.
Yes, ma'am.
Done.
Oof. Oof.
Nope. Stay on target. El Prezi. Yep. El Presidente. One contract. Whoa. $20. Take all those into my hand. Take one card. I'll take the cruise, please, sir. Thank you. And I don't have any ships to deploy. So, transport 1. Oh, I don't know. Back that up. I can't do what I wanted. I don't have coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Coal. So it's going to be 6 coal.
Ooh, it's a 3 too.
Distributed how I see fit. So we will go 3 there. We will go 2 there. And 1 on the St. Louis. Done. Whoa.
Well, I'm going to copy Amanda's and get $250.
Holy crap, are you kidding me?
Gosh! 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy crap!
All right, well, I thought I was going to do well. I'm copying Amanda's. I'm taking 200.
Dang.
Popular card, Amanda.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do cargo, deploy a ship. I can't.
Oh my god!
And
Of course you do.
I wanted to make you burn that. Sorry.
Oh, wait, tonnage, right?
Yeah, it's tonnage. So I don't have anything
17?
20. So
Yeah, so 150.
Can I get 100?
Well, you have to choose which one to burn a coal on, though. You have 3 choices.
This one.
Okay.
Can I get 100 from down there, please?
Oh, you don't. Yeah, here. For y'all's bank. Okay, now, stop me if you've heard this. Oh, President, I got the 20. There's the contract. There. Take these back into my hand. And thank you. All right. There we go. So now I'll take $260 for that. So we'll make it $310 for that puppy. 1, 2, 3, 10. Done.
This time I'm going to play the right shipyard. Purchase up 2 steamships.
Not to be confused with the shipwright.
Yes. Don't confuse.
Oh,
the-
come on. That was way better than the credit it's getting. Jeez.
So you want this one here.
No, he said the left shipyard, so the right ship backyard or garden or something.
Oh,
would have been-
shipwright. It's
So that is 300.
That's what the sound of a poultice makes when dropped face down on the ground. It's right there.
So Dustin says both those ships mainly held passengers, meaning the Lusitania and the Titanic, or as Mike calls them, cargo. And we know what happened to those ships. Once again, Mike's dark soul resurfaces. Yep.
That's why I'm wearing black today,
Yep.
all day long.
I think that's how I want to do it. So that would be 330.
Yeah, the most evil man I've ever met.
360.
I'm
460. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I did, Lucas, but
50,
it's a cow's opinion. It's
70,
moo.
Get 10 back.
So
Thomas liked your joke.
thank you. All right.
Oh, that goes to the mothballs.
Oh, hey, America. I have that game. We have that game downstairs.
Aquitania,
Okay.
Olympic, France.
Look at the tonnage on the Olympic and the Aquitania.
It's an Olympic level.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes. So that's going to get a blue rebond. And that will get 3 contracts.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, is the Mauritania, does it have any relation to the Lusitania? Not being a smartass, I'm being,
I don't know, honestly.
Okay,
You know,
like if
there
it's
is
a
list,
sister
there's a
ship or
list of
something?
all the ships that are in here in the rules.
No, I know, but
It
I
would
don't
probably
know.
tell you.
Oh, yeah, it
That's what he's
probably
saying.
would, yeah. All right, so who was that?
That was David.
Dave.
I will look that up.
Do that.
Mauritania.
Etruria.
Yeah.
So she cruises.
So you have 1 house.
$60.
Okay, so got the 60. 1 point. I have all the coal filled out, so total of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points.
Well done.
10,
Dave.
15.
Over there. It's shipyard dead.
Aha! It is the sister ship to the Lusitania.
Lovely.
They're right there next to the hundreds.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I used to have a lot of money, just like you.
Yeah.
Was used as a troop carrier after it originally was a massive. It was the class of the sea when it launched.
So she was a passenger liner.
Yep, but she became a troop carrier for World War I till the end of the war.
Mauritania or
Lucid. Mauritania.
Mauritania.
all
Yep.
right. I'm going to second that motion and do the shipyard here. I'm going to carefully consider this. The fastest ship we have on the board is Aquitania at 25 knots. It won't take the ribbon to the New York, and there isn't anything faster.
Mauritania is regarded as one of the most famous ships of her century. All right.
We have massive passenger capability, and we have massive tonnage here. Can I buy both of those? 560, 580, 610. 3 negatory.
And yes, the Olympic is the Titanic's sister ship. Good call, Marcus.
Let's go with down market a little bit here. Can we buy both of those to appease my black soul?
45, 46, 47, 480.
No, it's more than that. 510, 540, 540.
I'm looking at the wrong numbers, sorry. Yep.
Okay. Let's buy both of those ships.
Glory to Rome, sir. That's why I got all my money, was to
It
do
wasn't
that
gonna. It
exact
wasn't
thing.
gonna make it to you. So
540.
glory to run both of us.
20,
It's implied.
40, yep.
Okay.
Absolutely correct.
All right.
This
So
is spent. Yeah.
yes, that is all spent. All right then.
You know what? I hope both your ships sink.
Here you
Well,
go.
let's
Too soon?
No, not too soon.
Oh, no, that goes over there, sorry.
It goes to the mothballs.
Your contracts are underneath the America.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them.
I actually sailed on the USS America with a C, not with a K, though.
The carrier.
It is. Yep.
All right, so let's posit putting the
I noticed, Franny. Thanks.
for
Patricio says the Titanic's first distress call was received by my wife's hometown. We have a lot of the dead buried here around Halifax. Interesting.
yes. Imperator. God, 52,000 tons.
All right. So now that we are starting to get the headquarters, let me explain the headquarters real quick after you finish your turn, Mike.
Okay, 21. Okay, Lusitania is assigned to the Philadelphia run. That will take 3 contracts.
All right, so you're done, right?
Yes.
All right, so the
Pomerania.
Pomerania, yeah. So it will sail. Everyone's done a good job making sure that
30
everything
bucks.
sailed.
Woohoo.
And 2,
2 points red.
hold on,
He
no,
doesn't want to do
11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points total for that.
16
49?
points, 49.
For a little poof ball of a ship.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
All right, so real quick, the headquarters have started to come out now. So the headquarters, they work just like ships in a sense that for final scoring. So when they're purchased, you can purchase a ship and a headquarters, or just a ship, or just the headquarters. You cannot purchase 2 headquarters. If only one headquarters is purchased, no ship falls off the end and goes over to the docks in that case. And then purchase headquarters are marked with the captain, and they just set aside in your tableau, and they count as a quote-unquote ship. Notice the flag and everything. They'll score as all the others will in the game. The game ends now when these 4 ships are off the board. We'll finish that round. Again, I started. Everyone will have the same number of turns, and then we will take 1 additional turn, then go into final scoring. Cool?
Got it.
Okay. Milo says he watched a documentary on how ships were put together. It was riveting.
Amanda's concentrating so hard. She's tuned you out.
I wish I could tune in.
That was awesome. Whose turn is it?
It's Amanda. She's going to cover up that gorgeous card there. Can you just slip it underneath? No, never mind.
It really is unfortunate that you can't buy those blue ribbons. All right. President.
Would you like a blue? Oh.
I will take a red, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And
And a reminder, all of our ships out here will score at the end of the game.
Right.
why not? I'll take that commerce. Please.
50 per.
And remake.
So 1,
Oh.
2, 3.
Shuffle.
So 150. I am done.
All right.
Kind of happy that came out like it did.
Green, black. There's a white. So I have 530. So the red's kind of dead to me. Wow, I can really only, I could buy the, oh. Y'all are some,
Nice players.
No, it's just whether or not Amanda's going to buy a ship, which she
Refined gentleman?
she's interested
You
in
and I
that
don't have no
France,
money.
I
We're
think,
we're
maybe.
we're not refined gentlemen.
We're just highly leveraged.
I mean, yes, together we could have $100.
We're anticipating the 20s.
Yes.
Roar.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let me see. Black, green, and blue. If we got the red out, it's just not worth a lot of points, though. But it is contract, so why not? So if we were to purchase 2 ships and set one of them sailing. So So 530. So that would be 440. So I could spend, or I'm sorry, that's 240. So I could afford 290. So I could get the green.
You take Olympic or Aquitania.
No,
Oh,
just
no, I
Olympic.
can't.
Just Olympic.
I will take both of those. So that's going to be 470. That looks like 500 to me.
Apparently the lines of this ship weren't well, and it's just sent straight to mothballs.
So 500. So a couple of coal. Again, it is Christmas season. So we definitely, so 22 and 25. So if I put it in Boston, why not? And get the 3 contracts. So 3 contracts there. So that's done. So now we can set sail for our final cruise. So that'll be 40. Make it 50. So that's going to be 2, 5, 10 points for the Harmonia.
For the yellow team.
Yep. All right. Cool.
I'm playing my global.
That's a good
First
card.
thing that happens is I get to play a ship, which I'll play here.
Okay, and B-Town or
Be
B-More.
more.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so contracts. You 1, no, 1 contract.
Yep.
Okay, then what else?
Then I get to ship from each area.
1 per region?
Yes.
So here we go. So 60, 90, we'll get the points in a minute.
I'll take the 100.
190, 220, 250. So how many points?
6 points.
6 points total. There you go. Saint Louis will set sail on her. Is there? Yeah, that's it, right? So that's going to be another 50 for me. That'll be 1, 10, 13 points for yellow.
13 points yellow. 12, 11, 11.
Okay.
Titanic is going for a cruise.
Probably,
soon.
probably just one of them.
Yep. I was going to deploy it on the New York route, but I think it takes 3 contracts on the Baltimore route. It
We are
definitely
terrible human beings.
has the tonnage, it has the speed, and oh, she doesn't make the passengers.
No, Carpathia.
Well, then it's going on the New York run.
Of course it is.
What else would it do? Okay, so she has the tonnage and the
Lots,
passengers.
Yep. So 2 contracts. Anything else? Wait, what did you play?
Cruise.
Okay.
And now she's actually going on that cruise. $240.
All right. So the city of New York, from New York, will take her final cruise. So that's going to be a total of $70. Pounds British sterling. So that's going to be 1, 10, and 3. That looks like 13 points to me. Done. Okay. So if Amanda buys the Imperator, we will go one more round, and that will be the end of it. If she does not, we will probably go 2 more rounds.
Talk to me again about the headquarters.
Think of them as ships.
Just they're just a ship. So
Yep, for in-game scoring.
like blue and black look like a really good buy to me.
Sure do. I wish I had 300 pounds here. I'm 10 pounds short.
Yeah, well,
That's really too bad.
that's too
Where's the
bad.
coin? plan better?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah. Here.
I'll
There you go.
I'll take that.
And
Okay.
put that right there next to your money.
So what are you doing?
I am purchasing.
Up to 2, which means you can only build or buy one headquarters. You can buy the ship as well.
Right.
You need
I
610.
don't have 610.
Okay, so you can buy one thing, your choice. If you buy a headquarters, the ship does not come off.
All the same price.
And we will go an extra round except for the bonus or the extra spending at the bottom.
Ah, yes.
You got the sweater.
I will purchase Hamburg for 310.
Hamburger it is.
Yeah.
So,
It just hangs out over here, yeah?
yep, just hang it. Yep, there you go.
All right.
And actually, if you could put it over here by your money
Sure.
so folks can see it.
And I don't have enough to buy a ship, so I am finished.
Okay. What is yours, Mike, over there?
Cruise.
For tonnage or passengers? It's for passengers.
Passengers.
I'll copy that. 2,600. So
260.
that'll
Very nice.
do, pig. That'll do. 260. Make it 300.
Passengers is that number. Ooh, I could get 320 bucks.
That's tonnage.
Oh,
You could get 220.
look here.
It'll be. We're going to upload 57's uploaded. We just need to make it public. We will do so after the stream. So it's just after 3 o'clock. We'll say somewhere between 4 and 5 our time, probably. Okay. Dave.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. I think I've got enough. 330. No, I do not.
So Liverpool will not be yours, sir.
Yeah.
Glory to Rome. Denied.
I know. Not enough cash.
Glory to Rome, reversal.
Right? Psych.
So instead, I'm going to go the other way, play my Presidente card,
Okay.
which
So 4 contracts. What are you doing?
I'm going to take a white
Okay.
and 20 pounds.
Okay. And choose a card, sir. Unfortunately for you, that would only be 2 ships.
Yeah, because I don't have enough coal.
Correct.
Let's see. I could buy a card. Wait. I could copy Amanda and then get this one here because now
Now
I
you
have
have
the
enough money.
Correct.
Glory to Rome, Dave.
You found a way to do it.
Because that's exactly what I was going to do.
And that goes away.
Do you spend
Transatlantic.
all day finding new ways to suck, Dave?
I would not have guessed 2 Glory to Romes during the stream.
That was well played, and I hate you for it in a very respectful way.
Those are upside down. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, is that all the damage you're going to do?
That's all he can do.
All right, well, let's figure a new way through this. Change the rules. So at this point, the game end has not yet been triggered.
Until somebody buys the Imperator.
And it's not going to be me
Mm-hmm.
or Amanda. Well,
Could be, depending on what she does. No,
Yeah.
she can't. No. So it's up to me.
Yeah.
Or possibly Mike if he picks up his cards. because he'll be able to get contracts. So it's $300. He needs $10, so he'd be able to do it potentially.
But how would he purchase that?
Yeah, with the shipyard card.
Which means
How convenient.
everybody would get one last turn except for Amanda, who would get 2 last actions. And he is not in the lead.
And he's doing it.
Well, he's going to pick up his cards. So
Gotta
what are
do
you doing for your
something.
contracts? So you got 5 of them.
Right. So the 3 is going to buy me a white cargo because I have like 3 or 4 ships out there carrying white.
Okay.
40 pounds.
Yep.
And oh, denied. Now let's talk about one of these things. Money, 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 coal.
Points.
Points. And the name of the game is points. So
That's
we're
what I
taking a
heard.
ship shard.
300 for the Imperador? Maybe. Maybe not.
I'm thinking in terms of a headquarters, though.
Okay.
The white headquarters, for
Uh-huh.
example,
For 310?
is almost as good as the black headquarters. So for 310.
Okay. And what's the card say itself?
Purchase up to 2 steamships. Deploy one of them at sea. Load one of them with 1 extra coal. I am now done.
Yep. There we go. Amanda.
I'm going to play cargo, deploy 1 ship. I can't, so I'm going to let New England transport and get 150 pounds. I'm done.
No. That might not be a terrible idea, actually. Yeah. I'm going to transport, deploy the France. So let's see, 25, good here. 23, good here. 2,000, I'll take 2 of them. Can I get a third? Anywhere I can get a third. So 25, no, I can't. So we're going to deploy this here. So that'll be 2 contracts there. Then transport 2 of my ships. We're going to definitely deploy the Olympic for 90, and we'll deploy the France right away for 180.
3 points tallied.
Okay, so 180, call it 180, if you'll get that for me, please. Here, make it 230. There you go. All right, then the Oceanic.
Cruises for 70.
Yes.
That's
So-
me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Here, have 70.
Thank you.
All right, so that cruises for 70. No points here, but it's white. Amanda, where are your whites at? 7?
9.
Oh, my whites, not my coal. Yeah, 7.
7, and there's 1 there, so 8
8.
points for the Oceanic.
8 points blue. There you are.
And the turn of the yellow player is complete.
I have a question. At the end
And
of
I
the,
assure you, we will go no more than 2 rounds. Go ahead.
at the end of the game,
Uh-huh.
does it matter whether you have coal on your ships, as far as counting points and
Nope.
stuff like that? All right.
Because they're not coming off the board. They just come into your tableau. That's it.
I'm going to play the region card because that gives me some points.
Okay, no deploying, so there. Okay, so everything here sails except the ocean or the Titanic because she's at the bottom of the sea. So those three deploy. So you're going to get this one. So that's going to be 260 for Mike. I'm sorry, for Dave. 80 for Amanda, and 2 points for red, 1 point for blue.
Got him.
Okay, Mike, you're up. No worries, Morton. Tim, welcome, fellas.
George Washington is going for a cruise
As it is wont to do.
for 270 pounds. I'm
Yes,
done.
sir. Done. Squirrel. Oh no. Really?
No, you don't have it either?
To be able to purchase? Nope.
Same here.
That stinks. Bummer. Oh.
Alright, I will do an invest action and get a red tile, please. Let go.
That it?
That's it.
Oh, maybe we're gonna go an extra. Wow. Yep. We're picking up. So 5 contracts. So 3 will be coal, I think, right? For black. I do have a black one out there. I have a green one and a red one. Yeah. Black, blue, or red and green. Actually, I'll take a green, actually, on second thought. There. Take a card. Transport, huh? Can't. Can. Could load coal. Wow, that's wasteful. That's a bummer. I guess we're taking coal. So that's going to be a total of 6 coal. And then that one comes back in there. That's the one I wanted. So 6 coal. So we'll go 1, 2, 2, and done. All right, no more than 2 turns left, fellas. I assure you. Now, blasted cur. Wanda ended on that one. All right. Appreciate it, Thomas. Thank you. Kind of you to say.
What does that
And
do
don't forget,
for me?
subscribe there, and we have
Doing that
pledgehc.com if you want to support the show.
If you
as
ran
well.
Mauritania,
Thanks.
you get 220 pounds.
But he can't because there's no coal
Oh,
on
there's
it.
no coal, so you get 120 pounds.
The Kaiser Wilhelm would be 120 pounds.
Okay. That's kind of what I think. So
Thanks, Martin.
I'm going to copy.
To load coal.
Yeah. So that gives me
6. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
I'm going to do this invest, pay 100 pounds, take a white and a red, and 2 coal. 1 here, 1 here.
Let's put one on. Yeah.
Okay. Amanda.
White and a red token.
White and red. Gotcha.
I'm just going to buy myself some points. Really wish there was a
Can I
big
use
ol'
this for
stack
in the
here.
future?
You can use it on the last round. Well, actually, Amanda has 3 actions left. Remember. Hey, Gio. Welcome.
That was Vinos. I'll do president.
Okay.
I have no contracts, shockingly. Which sucks.
Choose a card, man.
Yeah.
That's 4 points for the victory card, 1 for the fleet or transport stuff. Noria, Agra, and Vinos. Which was your favorite out of those? Which was your least favorite out of those?
I will do fleet.
Okay, fleet for 4 points for blue. We're out of cards. That's it. All right. Purchase up to 2 steamships. Well, we're going to purchase those 2
Oof.
for, that looks like 610. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And some change.
Excellent.
There. 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 That triggers the end of the game. We finished this round because I was the first player. We go one more round after that. And that ends the game.
Okay.
All right. So the Imperator will launch 52,000 tons in 24 speed, and I still cannot get a blue ribbon. Not a single one. So, and 3,500 passengers. Great googly moogly. That's a lot of
That's
passengers.
a lot of packs.
You know what? Why don't we just come on over here? That's 3 contracts. There. Oh, those 2 should have gone away. Sorry. So that launched. That's it. And now the Ormuz will get $40. Will do its final ship. Nothing there. It's white
10.
and looks like 11.
Looks like 11. 10,
Done.
11.
Okay.
Well, the only thing I could, if I transport, I get points, right? Yeah.
If you have storehouse, if you have
The
trading
house.
houses,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do this then.
And thanks, Shingo, by the
Let's
way.
ship globally. So, start with that one.
So that's $0.60.
Right.
So what do you ship it? One in every
One in
area?
area.
Keep track of points, Mike. So
Excuse-
that's 90. Which one?
Top one.
Okay. 190, 220, 250. 5 points?
5 points.
Okay.
5 points red. 5 and 7 be 12.
Okay. All right. Mike.
I have 2 actions remaining, yes?
Hey, Nuno.
No,
All right,
just
welcome.
one, right?
No.
This one and
you
one
have
more.
one left. I have one left.
Oh.
They have 2 left.
Oh, I have played cruise. Oh, get 2 victory points per active steamship with a different flag. That is not my card. What do you have?
Purchase.
Shipyard and global. 1 ship per region. I have ships in 1,
I wish I could play on
2,
Amanda's copy.
3 regions. Or 1 steamship per flag.
Did you bring a flag?
I only brought 2 different colors of flags.
Okay. So, one of those 2 will be my final action.
Or I could pick up, take 1 of these and get 300 pounds.
That's 3 points. And then you have the whole world as your oyster as your final action.
Yep. No contracts.
Okay.
I'm going to take the cargo
300 cheese
and
done.
run the Titanic. Yes.
Okay.
Again,
300.
braving.
A historic all of a sudden.
Yes.
The purchase. Rotterdam.
All right. That is the last one. Good job.
Thanks.
Got a second one. All right. So now, that is 1 transport, what is that, per region?
You have your choice, either per region or per flag.
Oh, I will go ahead and copy yours, sir. And I will go per flag. Black, red, blue, green.
Yep.
That'll do. So if someone will, so that's going to be a total of 1, 2, 4, 6 points total. And then that's going to be 140, 240, 330. Yeah.
Bunch
That'll
of
work.
money.
1, 2, 3, and 50. Done. And done. That's the end of my game right there. Oh, and captain goes on that. Okay. It's the best I could think of to do for my final turn.
So I've got 2 ships that have got something. Same region. So it looks like a region card for points. Do I have a region card? No. And I can't do that. So the bottom part of this one allows
Get
you
coal. And get a coal for $50.
just one.
Yep.
Or I can get one of these.
So for those that have been here, did it all make sense so far? Up until final scoring, which final scoring is just going to be what that tile shows right there.
I'm gonna play my invest card and get a green.
Okay, done. Mike, final action. Choose wisely, sir.
All right, so if I put another briefcase here, it goes from 9 points per red ship to 10 points per red ship. That's just 2 points.
I know what card you should play because I want to follow it.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it. I'm going to take the big invest card and take a red and a green.
And you don't bother with the coal.
Yeah, I'm going to re-up here.
There you
Yeah,
go. Amanda,
done.
Copy.
who you copy?
Matt, Mike. 100.
Okay.
I will take a green and a white, please.
Don't bother with the coal. All right, we have reached the end of the game. Now we go into final scoring. So before we do that, let's take all the coal off of these. Okay, then everybody collect your ships off the board. I'll get them, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
Along with your headquarters. Group them by color.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, so now with final scoring. Everybody, for every $100 you have, you peg a point. I have 350, so 3 points for yellow.
3 points yellow,
5 points red.
5 points red,
I got 1 point.
4 points green.
And did you get your one already? All right, now we go into rows for across your boards for completed. So we'll start in last place. So Amanda, how many completed rows do you have?
2.
All right, so the top row is worth 0. The next row is worth 5. And then the first incompleted is going to be worth 2 apiece because it's in your second row. So that's going to be 5 plus 8, 2 points apiece. So that's 13 points for Amanda. And all of these won't matter for that aspect of it, at least. All right, so that was Amanda. We'll just go clockwise. So I have none. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 points for yellow.
3 points yellow.
Whee! Dave?
I have 3 rows.
So that's going to be 15 plus 3 points for each other.
fif-
21.
21 points.
1021.
Okay. And Mike.
I have one completed row
So 5 points.
plus 8,
Yep. 13.
13. 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. Then we go into for scoring on our ships. So we'll go worst to first. Amanda? So all your ships that were on the board right here.
Yes.
All right. So you have, so look at red. Red's worth what? 10
10,
plus 1,
11,
11 times 2,
22.
22 points.
1022.
Okay, those are done. Then green and blue, face value. So what do you got?
Okay. Blue is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Times 1, which is 10. Okay,
Okay. Now green is 9, 10, 11, 12.
right.
10, 11, 12.
Good job.
Thank
So I have no idea what a good score is, but you got both your markers out. I
Hey.
imagine that's not terrible.
When you were counting your ships, you counted your buildings too, right?
Yep. All right, so green, you're up next.
All right, let's go with the red ones first.
Oh, it fell. That's why.
Everybody sounds drunk because he was listening at to it
No,
at one and a
my
half
mic
times.
fell. There you go. I bet you that sounds better. Go ahead.
All right, red is at 10, 11 times 2 is 22. 10, 22.
Okay.
White is at 10, 11 times 3 is 33. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3.
127. Good job, Mike. Leader in the clubhouse. Dave.
We'll start with red. So that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
8
Times 2.
times 2 is 16.
16 points. 54.
Okay.
Next is black.
64.
Thank you.
Is 7.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 times 2 is 24 for red.
10, 20,
Hold on. 16 and 38 is 54. Back him up 10. It's right there. Okay.
Next we'll do white. Again, it's 7.
8.
8 is 8.
is 8. 8 and 28 is 36.
Blue is 9.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14.
Okay.
And green is 9.
12.
10, 11, 12.
Yep.
12. 50, 62.
So 212. Leader in the clubhouse. There you go. All right. So here we go. Let's see. We'll start with blue since blue's not so hot for me. So blue, 3. 8.
8 points.
Okay. Red, 3. 4. Black is worth 7. 12.
12. 10, 11, 12.
And last but not least, green is 2 with the warehouse, which is going to be 10, 13, 26.
10, 26.
There we go. So it looks like Dave in first, yellow in second. It's in this order, actually. There we go.
Yellow second, third. Yep, you're right.
All right. So, transatlantic. All right.
We made it. Even the Titanic made it.
Right?
Twice.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
All right. So start with that side. Fellas, what y'all think?
It's a good idea to complete the contract for watertight doors.
Okay.
Always.
Always a good idea. Yes.
Make sure that goes all the way to the top.
Yep.
So we played it twice today.
Yes.
Effectively twice. This is a good game. This is a much thinkier game than Concordia, methinks. There is more player interaction here, just a little bit, but there is more, and there's more to think about in terms of the ships, the contracts, the whatever these guys are, the actions, and the way the
I think they're
mothballs
extensions or something like
and the
that,
way the
but yeah.
mothball fleet stacks
Expansions.
up, which was very different
Yep.
over here. This is a good crunchy game, I think.
You enjoyed it?
Oh yes,
Okay.
very much.
First time I played this was over at Tony's house. Jim taught it, and
You got the rules wrong.
he
So.
got the rules wrong. I was, I'd rather play Concordia. After playing it here with the rules correct, it's a much different game. One of the
Weird how that happens.
Yeah, play with the right rules. One of the things that I did learn, though, playing over at Tony's house was how important it was to bring these rolls down. I think that's one of the reasons why I won, because I got a few more points there. The other thing was to get your houses out. If you notice, I've got 6 of them out. And I think that makes a difference.
Do you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it, yes.
All right.
After kind of we had talked about that there really wasn't anybody talking about the game, and those that were, we didn't really hear anything about it. Period. And
You
so-
mean in just
in general,
media
yeah,
or
just in general.
Yeah, right.
And so I didn't really have any expectations at all coming in, other than, oh well, nobody's really talking about it, so I don't know. But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I liked just like Mike was saying, the different ways you have to think about the conveyor belt of ships, and thinking about how much money you need to keep, because maybe a ship that's just come out here, you can't afford it now, but you'll be able to afford it if just a couple more trains are bought, a couple
because
more
it gets
ships.
cheaper.
Right.
Right.
And it just, I very much enjoyed that. The only thing that I understand that to keep the blue ribbons to where it's very special to get, but it makes it frustrating when that is one of the key things to allow you to get more points, is something that is so incredibly difficult sometimes to obtain.
Oh,
At the
by
end-
being able to go to New York and
And
have
be
the
the
biggest
fastest.
speed.
And,
right,
and I
yeah.
hit that real hard.
You did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's important to do that at the beginning, because at the end, the last 5 or 6 ships, none of them were fast enough to beat that.
All right.
So that would be
lessons
my
learned.
only thing but now that I know that, going in next time, it'll be different.
Before I give my thoughts, I wanted to show everybody there is one more variant in this game, which is, if we turn this around, instead of everything costing more, it could be that only ships that come off in these 3 locations come with coal. Otherwise, they do. If you purchase anything from here, they do not come with coal. So that's the other variant that's in the game. So as I said, when I interviewed Matt Gertz, he said that the way we played it today with the President variant is actually the game as it was designed. I wouldn't want to play it without that variant, because as it is with the Director, it's just a little samey, and I feel like it's a little bit more dynamic. Even though we haven't played with the Director, watching John's play through and now experiencing this, it's not a huge difference, but there's enough of a difference to where I'd only want to play with the President.
What did Max say
Right.
about the conveyor?
I
Which-
don't think he mentioned that.
Okay.
I'll have to go back and listen, but I'm not sure. Overall, I didn't have high expectations either, because of the fact that even though we're media, I mean, I do keep my ear out for, but nobody really seems to be talking about transatlantic hardly at all. I enjoyed this. I actually enjoyed this, I think, more than Concordia. I did feel like the game stagnated the last few turns, and I feel like it played
Yes.
a little long for that.
Yes.
Those last 2 or 3 turns, had somebody bought that last ship, I think it wouldn't have, I won't say it soured me on the game, but it just kind of gave it a little bit of a bitter aftertaste. At the end, I was just like, can we just end it? It just dragged on. And then it becomes like in Terraforming Mars. If nobody terraforms Mars, the game's going to go way longer than it should. Somebody needed to buy that ship, and I wish there was a second way to trigger it, or a way that just falls off to where, okay, that's it. but that's really my only major disappointment to the game. I understand what Amanda said as far as the blue ribbons. I wasn't able to get a single one, but that's through my planning. I didn't go after ships specifically for that aspect, and maybe that's something that I should have done.
Well, okay, so it was mentioned on the chat, but the other thing about the blue ribbon is early on, someone had the opportunity to buy a 26 knot ship up here, throw it in New York, and that would have
Locked it down.
locked
Yep.
it down.
Yep.
So someone could have truncated all of the rows down here and just shot us all in the head, and that would have also effectively blown up the blue ribbon extension cards as well.
And I did play the 26 on there.
Yeah,
we
But
did
a little bit
until
later
much
on.
later.
It was a couple turns later.
And then had we done that, then everybody would have, anybody that buys blue ships probably would have avoided buying blue ships because yeah, they're worth a bunch here, but there's no points to be had there, so
Yes.
it really wouldn't make much sense, right?
Yes.
Which
So-
then would have made the competition for other ships more interesting.
And the earning of points changed. There was a phase change about in the middle of the game, where in the middle of the game we were still earning a significant number of points by transporting on the board, given our trading houses.
4 points, 6 points, whatever. Right?
Exactly. But following that, we had shoved one another, with elbows. We'd elbowed everyone out of their home routes, and there were no points to be had on the board very much. With traditional transport, it was all non-traditional means. It was through the contracts and through filling these things out and getting the right color ships on the board, such that the in-game points you multiply it out over here. So, if we acknowledge that that's just part of the phase change of the game, maybe that's thematic with the change in the steamship industry. Okay. But there was definitely a shift there, and that blue thing does complicate matters. It's very asymmetric.
But I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Now that we know about it.
Right, now that we know about it, yeah.
So,
And now that y'all know about it.
right. So yeah, overall, I'd say look forward to playing it some more.
Yes.
And review it at some point.
sure.
So, cool.
Absolutely.
All right, so awesome. Thanks a lot, Peanut Gallery, for joining us. We definitely appreciate y'all's company through this. We are one day away. Tomorrow is the last one. If you're a patron, you're probably going to want to watch that. We have some pretty significant news. Speaking of patron and liking and all this, if you like the playthrough and you want to support this, don't forget to like the video down below, subscribe. If you want to take it one step forward, we have the pledgehc.com. You can always come and support the show like the 617 that we have now. Yeah, awesome, good stuff. So tomorrow, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, we close it down for the year.
Christmas.
So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, so we'll save it for then.
You
But-
all will.
Yes.
Right, you
Dave
will
will
not.
not.
Right. All
I'll
right,
be
so
cooking a turkey.
nice. I'll be making tomorrow lobster bisque, so looking forward to that. So, all right. So again, I'm Edward.
I'm Amanda.
Sweater Mike.
Banker Dave.
All right, y'all take care, and for those that don't tune in on tomorrow, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and Happy New Year, because you won't see us again. All right, cool. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye. Good night.